Welcome back to the RWTA Chilled Out series, where we talk about all manner of things that relate to the Australian cold chain. This is your time to sit back for a few minutes and take something in that is perhaps new to you and maybe of benefit to your company. We have a new member of the RWTA that I'm keen to introduce today, and that's Brendan White, the Chief Operations Officer of Comply Group. Hi, Brendan. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, nice to be here.
That's excellent, and thank you so much for making the time. What I'd like for you to discuss or tell the membership about is, what do you do? What does Comply Group do?
Yeah, so Comply Group is a web and mobile technology business. We're a national software vendor, essentially, and we find our niche customers in kind of highly regulated, heavy industries where there's a lot of compliance and reporting and tracking requirements. So we have a number of different software modules within our extendable platform, and we have the ability to kind of take on unique and niche customer requests and extend our platform out to solve for those.
That's a good explanation. Refrigerated logistics has its very, very specific needs. How do you feel that Comply Group will provide benefit to the Australian cold chain particularly?
So our interest, as I said, is in finding these really niche industry solutions that I guess a generic software or enterprise compliance platform might not necessarily solve for. So we find there's some really interesting use cases in the cold chain, such as tracking different types of vehicles, different, I guess, temperature controlled environments, maintaining compliance with who's entering those. Have they got the right training? Do they have the right accreditation to be able to do the job that they're doing? And we take a whole lot of these different requirements and build them into our reporting and tracking platforms.
So you simplify a company's compliance requirements as such, or you simplify and create solutions for them just to make their lives easier. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I guess where we really find our strengths is in the capturing of the information that you need to be making these decisions and providing and complying with these different reporting requirements. So with our technology, we're kind of at the forefront of web-based technology and mobile-friendly user interfaces. So what we're finding is a lot of groups around us are still on a lot of paper-based processes for that data capture. So you'll find a lot of logbooks and a lot of paper trails, especially in transport and logistics businesses. And we're finding that we're able to really make a difference in simplifying how that data is actually captured, and then we plug into the other various systems that you're already using. So we fill in a lot of the gaps around the edges of core management systems.
It sounds like you've done an awful lot of work over the last couple of years with the cold chain in itself, and you have a fairly good understanding of it. I do appreciate you very much today giving an overview. Is there anything else that you'd like the membership to know about the services that you provide and how you might be able to fit in with these different companies within the cold chain?
Yeah, so I guess we're really interested to work with more and more people within the industry. So we find that we often find our sort of stride when there's a large number of employees or a large number of vehicles or assets or things that need to be tracked. And there's often a variety of different systems in place that have been built up over time within a business. So what we generally do is we dedicate our technology team. Our developers are all based here in Australia. We've got a national team. And we actually dedicate time upfront understanding where the gaps are in current processes and where specific businesses would really value some automation or some digital reporting capability. And then we dive deep into those sorts of use cases, and we're able to, and then we provide our team on a sprint by sprint basis, is what we call it. So that could be a 2 weeks or 4 week or 8 week project where we actually customize our platform to do exactly what you need it to do. And so we're really interested in the businesses that are looking to digitize and kind of improve their compliance processes at the moment. And yeah, we're really able to dive deep into some of those use cases.
You mentioned that you work really well with big companies. Do you also cater to small to medium companies as well?
Yeah, so some of our products we've been able to to make in some ways self-service as well. So we've got some tools such as workplace, I guess, digital checklists. So that could be a pre-start checklist for a vehicle or a maintenance checklist for a piece of equipment. And we're able to really quickly spin up a customized version of what data you need to capture just for those one-off examples. So we're able to work with small businesses in that way. And then on the larger side, we're able to kind of capture a lot of broad-ranging kind of company-wide data and manage that quite interestingly as well.
Yeah, bringing these sort of systems into 2023 is an exciting option because, as you said, there are still a lot of companies that are working on a paper base, and there's got to be quicker, more efficient and correct ways of doing this with less people having to be tied up with those things, particularly I think after COVID. Don't you agree with the lack of staff that are trained out there?
Absolutely right, yeah. And we found during COVID that the uptake of our software kind of really battle tested how the user experience worked. So we actually built a product around checking people in and managing capacity within different spaces, and we had a very sort of a large uptake of that, obviously during the early days of COVID when people needed to track and trace and do all this sort of stuff. And we really found that people took to putting up a QR code and scanning with their mobile phone really quickly, and now that's become kind of the norm. So we were able to take advantage of that real change in user behaviour, essentially.
It's brilliant. You're going to fit in just fine. And thank you very much for taking the time today to give an overview of Comply Group to the membership. We'll look forward to introducing you around to the membership at the upcoming 80th conference and exhibition at Pier 1 in Sydney between the 21st and 23rd of August. We will see you there.
Thanks, Marianne. Appreciate your time.